We've published 45 Philippines life and travel episodes on this channel in the 9 months since we launched it. But today we're highlighting an authentic Filipino cultural experience that we've never shared here. And it's cool because this is a day trip adventure from Metro Manila, where we are today. Before we can get our day started, I've got to go downstairs to our lobby and meet a courier to take care of some visa stuff. Our original plan for today was to go over to the Immigration Bureau, which is like on the other side of BGC. We have to get an extension because this is the first time that we've ever had to stay in country for more than 30 days base visa period. We've spent months here before, but we've always stepped out, like go to the UAE for a week or go to Sydney, Australia for a week. But we're actually going to be in country for about 2 months this time. So a little bit of a challenge. But with all of our activities today, I know that we're not going to be able to fit everything in. We've got drive time, we've got planning time, and then all of the activities themselves. So there was just no way we were going to be able to take care of it, especially with the likelihood of having some lines over at the Immigration Bureau. The fact that we've never gone through that process, so we have no idea what we're doing. So what we're ended up doing is delegating the visa renewals to a company just over in Makati called MJ Solutions, and they're going to take care of it for us. Hey.
Hi.
How you doing? So all you need are passports?
Yes, sir.
That's it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you take these, and then you're going to go take care of everything?
Yes, sir.
And then you just bring them back over here later today?
Yes, sir.
And if we're not here when you come back, you can leave them with security?
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
Just inform me once we process.
Okay, perfect, because we might be gone for the day. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
So what they're doing is setting us up with what's called a waiver visa, and that is an initial extension of 29 days, which will be exactly what we need just to handle this particular trip. Now, with our boutique resort stuff coming up, we're obviously going to need a longer term solution, so we're working with them on that, and there are a few different options. We've got the SRRV visa, which is, I believe, the one that's for ex-US service members. It's a retirement visa. It requires a $20,000 cash bond that they hold on to for, I want to say, several years. And I don't know, that one's always a possibility, but it's not at the top of our list. Then there's the SIRV visa. That's an investment visa that requires a minimum investment in the Philippines of 75,000 US, a ton of money obviously, but considering our boutique resort plans, that's something that could actually work out really well. And then there's still been this talk of the digital nomad visa, which I've really had my eye on, but that has yet to launch, and at this point I think we'd probably be lucky if it even launches this year. So this is the ideal solution for us because we don't have to worry about anything. It's hands-off. They do the entire door-to-door process for us same day, worth every peso. I think their website is mjsolutionsprovider.com. We'll figure it out for sure, and then we'll include it in the description.
While they're taking care of our visas, we've got some errands to run. So we're rounding up the kids. She's on wheels. Those are the most fun shoes ever. So if you see somebody wheeling around on Heelys, it's probably Brooklyn in BGC. So let's head out. I hope we don't get rained on while we're out because it's September, it's middle September, and it's still the rainy season, and it's been raining about every day since we've been here.
Maybe it's sprinkled every day, but it hasn't like actually like rained down every day.
He's right. It hasn't like poured. We haven't had a deluge of rain every single day. We've had at least a little bit of moisture.
Was that one time the power went out because of how the thunderstorm? We got like 5 Amber Alerts.
Yes, that an Amber Alert is something in the U.S. when a child is kidnapped, but what he meant is a weather service alert.
An Amber Alert is when there's
Child
like
is kidnapped.
Yeah, thinking of a weather alert.
He's thinking of a weather alert. Yeah.
tornado pops up on your phone.
I didn't realize at the time when we first moved here how much I was going to love this location. And I'm sure that, you know, whatever location we lived in within BGC, we would love. But this spot here, we are just a few blocks from High Street. We're around the corner from Burgess Circle. It's just, it feels so close to everything. And I love getting out of our apartment and going out, walking around the city every day that we're here.
I think we've really been taking advantage of some of this apartment time to put together some really big plans for other things that we're going to do during our current stay. But we're also spending some time trying to find some adventures and activities that we can do in and around Metro Manila and little day trips that we can take from BGC.
We've only done 2 such trips since we've been coming out to the Philippines, and the first one was about 1.5 years ago to Tagaytay. And that one, we only went up just for lunch and came right back down, so we still didn't really explore that area yet.
And the second such trip was Villa Escudero in Taong, Quezon Province. Kids are getting some boba.
Can I get a brown sugar pearl tea latte?
Is that what you normally get?
I don't think I've had this one before.
All right, yeah, whatever you want, bud. Anyway, Villa Escudero was our very first partner adventure with Guide to the Philippines. So I think that was a year ago.
Yeah, that was exactly 1 year ago. I would say it was exactly 1 year ago today that we went on that adventure.
Can I please get brown sugar pearl milk, please?
Thank you. See us again. Thank you. Let's go find an overlay so that we can get out of the rain. See, we told you, this is the rainy season. We're caught in the rain. It happens.
Can I try, bud? What flavor is yours? Brown sugar?
It's a brown sugar milk tea latte.
Latte doesn't mean coffee. Latte means milk. I can't tell if I taste coffee or if I taste tea, but it's good. And those tapioca balls remind me actually of the Jello welcome drink we had at Villa Escudero.
And I had actual tapioca pearls there too.
I think you said they weren't as flavorful though.
Yeah, they didn't have as much sugar in them, but they were better.
I am okay with less sugar.
Is that the first place in the Philippines that we had fresh mango?
Definitely not the first place. The first place was probably Palawan when we went to the houseboats for the first time. But I do remember you stealing my mangoes at Villa Escudero. Sorry.
Anyway, the only part of our Philippines adventures from the past 2 years that we have not yet featured on this channel is Villa Escudero. So we're gonna share that experience with you right now.
And while you watch that, we're gonna grab some lunch.
We're the Lockwoods, and we're traveling the world to experience up close and in person all the natural wonders and distinct cultures that our kids would otherwise see only in textbooks and TV. We're taking a little day trip well outside of Manila, compliments of our new favorite website for Philippines travel and experiences. We've left this little day of adventure completely in their capable hands, so the four of us are really excited to see what they have in store for us over the next 11 hours. Let's get to it.
As much as we love VGC Manila, we are getting out of town and driving a bit to do a day trip. And we booked this through Guide to the Philippines. It was super easy. They have so many options in the Philippines. So we're gonna actually be looking for other tours to do with them in the future.
Morning. It's about a 100-kilometer drive, which should take us about 2 hours to get to the Quezon province. So we've got our very comfortable van here. Our driver is Tang, and our guide on the way down here is RJ. It's about 100 kilometers to get down to Villa Escudero, and that's where we're gonna be spending the day. So it's probably about a 2-hour drive south to get there. On the way back, it might be significantly longer because it's going to be a Saturday afternoon, and with traffic, it can be a little bit iffy. We booked this little adventure through the Guide to the Philippines website, and they've got complete trips and vacations on there, where you can book individually for hotels, for flights, for rental cars, and for experiences. And what we're doing today is one of those standalone experiences. Completely planned and booked by these folks, and you could actually get the exact same adventure if you went to their website and booked it yourself. Completely planned and booked by their amazing team. The communication is phenomenal, by the way. You can book it yourself at followabc.com/GTTP. Full disclosure, we will probably earn a small commission if you book through our link, but of course we would appreciate that if you would use it.
Everything about booking this was really easy. We just went to their website. They have tons of options, more than I've seen from any other resource in the Philippines. And we picked some that looked really interesting to us. And then we landed on this tour because of the date lining up, their availability, and it was last minute too. So you know you can book ahead, and you can also see what's available last minute as well. But once we decided which tour we wanted to do, we went ahead and booked it, and the communication was instant. We got an email right away from Guide to the Philippines. We also got an email from Great Sites Travel and Tours. We got the contact for our driver, the contact to our tour guide, RJ. Everybody was communicating really clearly, so we knew exactly what to expect. And they were right on time when we came downstairs for the tour this morning. Woohoo! Ooh, we passed so many cows on the way in, and they all have their buddies, their birds, because the cows attract so many bugs, and the birds just sit and hang out with them and eat all the bugs, so they're best buddies.
There's a welcome drink.
Oh, thank you so much. We have a welcome drink, and this is, they say it's Jell-O. It's not quite as thick as the typical Jell-O we see at home. It's more liquidy.
There's Jello in it.
Instead of ice?
Yeah.
It's so good.
Pandan? It looks like ice cubes in there, but those are little chunks of Jell-O.
Oh my gosh, this is my favorite dessert taste. This is what I think about when I think of like foods in the Philippines or desserts in the Philippines. Aaron.
Hello,
Hi, I'm Phil.
Phil.
Yeah,
nice meeting you.
Aaron, how you doing?
This is my grandson,
Oh,
Aaron.
cool. Well, we're getting the VIP welcome here because we've got Rosalie Escudero, and we have her grandson,
Yes.
right? Aaron.
Yes.
Did I say it right?
Yes,
Aaron?
that's
correct.
Aaron. So it's a pretty easy one to remember. Thank you for this fantastic welcome. We can't wait to see all of the grounds here.
I hope-
85 hectares or 2,000 acres of farmland here.
I hope you have a good stay with us and experience.
Yes, I hope
the
you guys
culture.
enjoy and learn from the history and culture we
Yeah.
offer here at the resort.
Yeah, excellent. We can't wait to experience the culture here. So we're gonna get started. We have a lot of ground to cover today.
Okay, enjoy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Nice meeting
Have a
you.
nice day.
They have a lot of water buffalo, also called caribou here on their property. And we're gonna meet one right now.
Actually, we're gonna put one to work for us right now. This is the first. Aaron's carrying the big backpack today.
Yeah, but it's misleading. It's like just a few clothing items and a few light towels. It's very light, not heavy at all. Otherwise, Phil would never let me carry it. He's too much of a gentleman.
It's not like I have the day off or anything. I have a different backpack and the sling. So I still have my 45 pounds of gear that I'm carrying around.
You might poop. You might poop.
We're learning so many words. That sign is Ligaya, which is the name of the water buffalo, which means happy. Ligaya. Colt, I'm Ligaya. Are you Ligaya?
We're gonna get off here.
We had live entertainment. That's awesome.
So we're heading down to the waterfall for the lunch experience. And you can just take the stairs down over there, but we're taking the more scenic route, switchback ramp here in the background because, I don't know, it's just more adventurous. Ooh.
So cool. This is probably the coolest restaurant we've ever eaten at, and the wettest. It's so cool.
Everything like our table and the buffet is actually in the water. The leftovers of the waterfall.
All right, you guys ready to take our table? Come this way.
I'll probably come back to this.
Okay.
Keep quiet away.
Hands? Right here. Okay, thank you.
Let me get in front of you, buddy.
What else do they have? I'm good on pork. Oh, but that fish up there.
Noodles?
Yeah.
The flip-flops make it a little bit tricky to walk on the water because of the algae that's growing on the rocks. So my recommendation would probably be to go barefoot.
My favorite, that's mango. And I have to get some rice. I know I'm gonna get in trouble by you Filipinos if I don't get a ton of rice with my food too. The idea is that a lot of Filipino food is really salty, and so if you use rice with it, it evens out and balances out the flavor. Pumpkin and green beans, yum. The pumpkin's great for us Americans because our next holiday coming up is Halloween. But here in the Philippines, we're already celebrating Christmas. And then this is beef?
Yeah, the beach caldereta.
No, this is enough. This is all I need. Can you think of a cooler way to get to your table, a cooler way to put the food on your plate, and a cooler background? You know what? The food here is really good. I love that they have something for everybody. The meat dishes, the chicken, the fish, and the vegetarian with the pumpkin.
Cool. Tastes just like tapioca grills, except smaller and a little less flavor.
Starving for jicama. A lot of people don't like jicama. You know, it's like a cross between a potato and an apple. It's a little bit sweet, tastes very starchy to me. This is one of my favorite things in the world. I would prefer to snack on this than almost any other fruit or vegetable, and I love making salads with it.
Will you have that?
I wonder if technically we should not be using utensils. I'm doing a mix. Really good chicken.
Watermelon.
Do you guys want more watermelon? Probably thinking this is my kind of cocktail because it's huge. I don't think there's very much booze in it. It's a good temperature. A lot of times these are really hot when you're out in a hot environment, but this one's really cool. But yeah, I'd throw a little bit of rum in there. Maybe some fresh lime, a little bit of triple sec, a lot more rum.
The coconut is considered the tree of life here because they use every part of it, from the palm branches to the roots, the coconuts, the shells. If you saw our episode at the Fantasy Lodge in South Cebu, you saw that there they used the coconut shells that were left over to burn the fire under the kawa bass we had.
And that really is what all of the acreage here is used for. It is basically a coconut farm. And yeah, you can also use it to make dishes and obviously lots of lotions and other skincare products. It's not exactly a natural waterfall, in case you were wondering. This is a hydroelectric dam, so they can generate electricity from the water coming through here and hitting the turbines, and I'm just making stuff up now. No, I mean, it's all true.
Oh, damn!
Sun's out, guns out, Colt's ready to party.
And we can't leave this waterfall without getting lots of pictures and footage. And if you want to follow us and see what we're doing in real time, make sure to follow us on Instagram. We post stories daily of what we're doing in the moment.
Okay, super unique way to eat lunch. Woohoo! And to fall down. It's the closest I've come to falling down without having cocktails for lunch.
Oh, good one. I thought I had a joke about the fall.
It's a crazy little beetle up there. Or crazy big beetle up there.
I think it's a cockroach.
What'd you get?
From mango.
She's gonna have a really hard time keeping it from me. I'm gonna steal her mango. Hey.
Don't make her spill it.
She loves me.
That's the inedible part.
Wait a minute. No. This alone is worth the drive out here. If you're staying in Manila, you've got to take the time to come out here and even just to have lunch, because that was the coolest, most entertaining, fun lunch experience that we've had. But that's not all that we're doing. This place, like Phil told you, is humongous, and we have a lot more to do around the property. This is just the beginning.
We're gonna take the stairs back up just to, you know, keep things interesting.
And to keep exercising, we left early, so we didn't get to work out this morning. This is our Stairmaster. This is just one of the rooms that they have along the lake. It's a coffee shop. But this lake, it looks like a river because it's long and narrow, and it's actually volcanic water.
By volcanic water, basically saying this water is spring water that runs down the mountains over here, which are volcanics, extinct volcanoes. Beautiful.
This is so tropical here. It feels like we're in a rainforest, but there's so much recreation, so many different places you can sit and eat, so many different places you can play on for the kids. They are dying to play in that pool over there, so we're gonna make it around there eventually. But there's something that Phil and I really want to do first.
It's definitely unlike any other farm I've ever been on. Hello. They even have cottages so you can stay here overnight. Check this out. You've got basically this huge indoor-outdoor area. Gosh, this reminds me of some other places that we've stayed. So your own private balcony, table for 4 right here, and then the bedroom in there with the mosquito net, which of course is gonna be comfortable when you're right next to a river like this. I mean, you could just hang out right here on the river, ceiling fans going, and I don't know, read a book, write a book.
And this could work for a family like us. We're gonna have to come back and stay here because these stairs go up to another room. This would definitely be where the kiddos stay because it's just the loft area. Oh, no, I'm wrong. This is the loft area. So they overlook the master. No privacy for mommy and daddy.
Not where the kids would stay then.
They'd stay in that other room. So imagine you can come here, you can book through Guide to the Philippines website to do a day trip or a vacation package. They have a lot of options for full vacations that would include your hotel, your transportation, your flights, and...
Flights or transportation?
Flights are transportation, aren't they? They include that twice, I guess.
I could definitely see us owning or operating a place like this in the Philippines, having like a boutique resort, owning that and running it, because I think it would be something that's very on brand because it's about travel. We could host and show people the way we like to travel. If you think we should start a boutique resort or a boutique hotel, please leave a comment below, let us know.
And it would be family friendly.
That could be our tagline. Family friendly from our friendly family. Family friendly from our friendly family.
Of course you
That's the worst tagline ever. I can't even say it.
Well, right as we're walking into this room, this is another multifunction room that they use for weddings. So you could have your wedding here. Oh my gosh, this is a gorgeous spot to do a wedding. And this is where the bride would walk down the aisle.
And the groom.
And the groom to the altar. I'm gonna pretend to be the bride. This, where I am right here, is the dance floor. It feels right.
It's really the same amenities that you have in any kind of a really cool hotel. I mean, you can stay here, you can play here, you can get married here. This is the conference hall, so they have multiple conference rooms where you can do all sorts of things.
Second generation, his name is Rosario Ada.
And everything's just so natural here. This is the reception area to check in if you're staying here.
The pool.
You wanna go to the pool?
Pool.
All right, go for it.
They're gonna run off and play in the pool in the kids area. So they have a separate adults area and kids pool area. And the big main one in the middle looks like a little bit of everybody.
They also have jacuzzis. Jacuzzi. That should already be plural, jacuzzi. Like one I think is maybe a jacuzza, and then jacuzzi is plural. Anyway, I think they have more than one, but that doesn't sound very refreshing right now.
That's refreshing.
It's seriously a better pool than most resorts we've stayed at. Kinda makes me wish we were doing an overnight stay instead of just a day trip out here, honestly. All right, enough fun and games. Now we're gonna do something that I think might be Aaron's and my favorite part of the entire day, which is the cultural component. So they've got this huge performing arts center right here, and they're gonna do a cool, local, authentic Filipino cultural performance. Let's head inside.
But first we have to get some refreshments. Most of the dances are about the origins of the Philippines and how the tribes came to be and developed. The Philippines used to be a series of kingdoms of tribes and the gods and goddesses that they worshipped. The kids thought it was particularly silly that one of the dances, you could see a lot of the dancers' butt cheeks.
We're always talking about the distinct cultures of the world as we travel around, but it's also very interesting to see so many of the commonalities. Like the very first part of that show, you could have plopped me down in the middle of North Dakota in the US and said that that was a Native American dance, and I totally would have believed it. There are so many similarities, and when you think about languages that we encounter everywhere we go, Mexico, just below the United States, where you hear a lot of Spanish, travel halfway around the world to Italy, and it's so similar, and then over here, and it's still so similar because of all of the mutual origins and influences that you get. Even in this show, they were talking about some of the Chinese influences for some of the garb that they were wearing. It's neat to see how interconnected all of our cultures really are, even with all of their differences.
We came in on a buffalo, and we're going out in a, what is this?
Golf cart?
Golf cart. We went out in the golf cart.
Cool, what'd you think of the show?
I thought it was interesting. Like that bird one?
I really liked that one. I think it was the sun was the god that they were worshiping and its power. This is my interpretation of it, about how it could give you strength or take your power away.
The bird one was my favorite because like that's literally me at 3 a.m.
That's the ancestral home of the family. Bright pink, just like the mission, which is also a museum. There are so many cats in the Philippines, and everybody kind of takes care of them. They're almost all wild, and they're very friendly. I'd never known that cats could be so friendly and cuddly, actually. Every cat wants you to pet them.
This building is a private museum. It's like the privately owned artifacts from the family. And we can't film in there, so we're not gonna show you any footage of what's inside, but it's mostly flora and fauna from the area here.
And also a lot of artifacts from the family, their history, and all their travels. They were travelers like us. Count your garden by flowers, never by the leaves that fall. Count your joys by golden hours, never when life's worries call. Count your nights by stars, not shadows. Count your days by smiles, not tears. That's gonna be hard for me. And on every birthday mornings, count your age by friends, not years. That's beautiful, I love it. This is a fantastic day tour, great way to get out of Manila and spend the day. It can also be booked as a package through guide to the Philippines. Make sure to go to followabc.com/GTTP. Check out all of their tours and packages that they have. Their packages are fantastic because it will include everything, including flights, lodging, transportation, the whole works. And they are fantastic people to work with. You make the one payment other than tipping your tour guide, and it's easy communication from the very, very beginning. Now we really want to thank JR for guiding us today. Great sites, travel and tours, and of course, Guide to the Philippines.
I know I said 11 hours and we haven't been here that long, but I was including the drive time. And now we probably got about a 3-hour drive back if we're lucky.
The traffic's gonna get you. Well, we hope you enjoyed watching our trip down memory lane at Villa Escudero. But we were busy getting cookies. Because, you know, I have an obsession with cookies. It feeds my soul. It makes me happy inside and out because it makes me glow. So I'm gonna go upstairs, eat these cookies, and Phil's got some packages to collect.
Hello. Salamat po. Appreciate it. Passports, we are all set with our new visas. So we're free to stay in the country for, well, 29 more days.
Which means we have so many more episodes to share with you coming up. We are going back to Dumaguete. We might go to Batangas. We're trying to get to Siquijor because we're also trying to explore different islands in the Philippines to decide where we're gonna build our resort. We're also trying to get out to Davao and Bicol, and we have a planned trip to Camigan. So I'm telling you, there are a ton of awesome trips coming up. So please subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you in the future. Well, we hope you enjoyed that little memory that we have going to Villa Escondero. No N, right?
Escudero.
Dealing my mangoes at Villa Escondero.
Escudero.
Escudero. Escudero.
Escudero.
Escudero. Sorry.